Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something, well, really fundamental, but something we often just gloss over, how we actually feel. If you've ever given that vague answer, oh, I'm good, or yeah, okay, when someone asks, how are you, then this deep dive is for you. We've gone through the sources you sent, conversations about everyday feelings, and our mission really is simple. Give you the words and the context to talk about your inner world a bit more specifically.
Yeah, and it's more than just, finding different words for fine. What's really striking is that being specific actually brings clarity instantly. When you use precise language for your feelings, conversations become more, well, the source said, interesting and real. And crucially, people just understand you better. And the main takeaway, the big one we pulled out is just this. All feelings are normal. The good, the bad, all of it.
Okay, right. Let's dig into that. Because the great thing about this source material wasn't just listing emotions. It gave us this kind of inventory, pairing common feelings with incredibly relatable everyday reasons why we feel them. It's a shortcut, really.
Right.
Not just what the feeling is, but why it pops up in just, normal daily life.
Exactly. It grounds these kind of abstract feelings in real concrete moments, gets us away from just generalizing.
Precisely. So let's start where the conversations did with the positive stuff, the simple joys. All right, first up, happy. When we ask what makes people happy, the sources pointed to that feeling of like finishing something big,
Yeah.
finishing all your work for the day. That feeling of being light and free.
Oh, yeah. That shift from having stuff to do to suddenly having your time back, that's a huge happiness trigger. But what also came through really strongly was the small stuff, the tiny moments.
They really do add up. Like just getting a nice, simple, hey, how's it going? Text from a friend. That little ping of connection, it just makes you smile, right? And of course, pets. One person mentioned their cat doing something silly, and it just, bam, makes them laugh out loud.
Yeah, that immediate kind of uncomplicated happiness you get from animals. It doesn't ask anything of you, just watching them. These
Mhm.
little things, a message, a pet, they really show how easily our mood can shift sometimes from just okay to actually feeling pretty good, just like that.
An instant shift, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to excited. This one's different. It's got more like energy to it.
Excited is definitely about looking forward, that can't wait feeling. The sources mention the usual suspects, obviously, like, before vacation or even just the weekend coming up, but also specific plans like knowing a friend is coming to visit soon, that anticipation.
Or trying a new restaurant. I
Yeah.
love that the sources even mentioned the excitement starting before you go. Like when you're checking out the menu online beforehand, that's part of the fun, isn't it? The planning.
Hey. Mm-hmm. That pregame excitement is key. It's a positive, forward-looking feeling, like the sources said. Your brain is kind of already enjoying the future event right now. It shows
Yeah.
how much we lean on future plans to, well, get through the present sometimes. Okay, so you have that high of excitement, but then inevitably there's the other side, the dip into sadness. And it's really important to stress what the sources said. Feeling sad sometimes, totally normal, necessary even.
Absolutely. And the reasons aren't usually huge disasters. Often they're tied into, connection or lack of it, like missing family who live far away,
Yeah.
specifically missing just talking with them, that closeness. Or empathy kicks in. A friend is sick or having a rough time, and you feel sad for them because you
More.
care.
Those feelings, empathy, missing people, they're deeply human. It shows our own well-being is really tangled up with the people around us.
And then there's a smaller but super common reason for feeling a bit sad. Disappointment. The sources brought up having plans canceled. Like, you get why your friend canceled, maybe they're sick or something, but you still feel that little pang of letdown because you were cord to it down.
Yeah, disappointment is that friction, isn't it, between what you expected and what actually happens.
Mm.
Okay, now let's shift gears to something maybe a bit hotter, a stronger feeling. Angry or frustrated often comes up when you feel like you have no control, or maybe more sharply, when you feel disrespected.
Oh, frustration definitely flares up with things you can't control. Like the sources mentioned missing the bus. Classic.
Mhm.
Throws everything off. Or the absolute worst, your computer being incredibly slow when you've got a ton of work. You click, you wait.
Mhm.
That powerlessness, it just builds into impatience, maybe even real anger.
That feeling of being powerless is huge with frustration. But here's a really key thing from the sources about anger, especially socially. The big trigger is trying to explain something, and the other person clearly isn't listening. Maybe they're, looking at their phone.
Yes. That makes it instantly worse. It stops being about the topic,
Yeah.
and suddenly it's about feeling ignored. It just feels rude, as the sources put it. You feel angry because, well, they're basically dismissing your effort, your point. disrespecting you.
Exactly. It goes from being annoyed at a slow machine to properly angry because you feel invalidated. That's a really important distinction for understanding your own triggers, you know?
That idea of mental states, like feeling disrespected, leads nicely into, well, the really basic signals our bodies send us, starting with one we definitely all know, tired. Just that general feeling after a long day or a busy stretch.
Yeah, the sources listed the usual things. Waking up super early for a meeting, that 6 a.m. alarm, oof, brutal. Or just a day where you're constantly running around, different places, lots of tasks.
That's the straightforward physical exhaustion, right? But what I found useful in the material was the clear split they made. There's physical tired, like your legs ache from walking all day, and then there's mental tired.
That's the key insight, I think. Mental tiredness. It comes from an intense focus for a long time, like studying something complex or even just reading for hours. It's your brain basically saying, okay, resources low, stock now.
Hmm.
And for you listening, knowing the difference is really helpful for like self-care. Are your legs tired or is your brain fried? The fix is different.
I like that clarity. Okay, let's talk about the feelings that start right in your gut. Hungry and thirsty.
Hungry, yeah. Usually happens when you skip a meal, like breakfast is a common one. And it's not just the stomach rumbling noises, which are embarrassing enough. It actually makes it hard to think straight. Your focus just goes.
Huh? Yeah. And the sources gave us those classic opposite cravings when hunger really hits. One person immediately wants salty stuff like fries.
While the other one is dreaming of a big, warm bowl of pasta. Comfort food, right? We all seem to have that go-to thing when our body signals, feed me now.
I'm definitely team pasta there. It's amazing how powerful those basic needs are. They just take over your brain.
And then thirsty, maybe the clearest signal of all. Dry mouth, maybe after exercising or just a really hot day. It's just your body saying, hey, water, now. Very direct, very non-negotiable.
All right, let's shift to how we react when things are unexpected. Starting with scared, a really strong, almost sensory reaction. The sources framed it as like an instinct kicking in, telling you to pay attention.
And the causes they listed are sudden, jarring things. Hearing a loud clap of thunder at night when you're maybe half asleep or, walking down the street and a big dog suddenly runs right at you. Even if it turns out friendly, for that split second, your whole system lights up.
Yeah, that, uh-oh, what now feeling. It's losing control plus potential danger all at once.
And this brings up something important the sources touched on, the function of fear. It's not just unpleasant. They noted that feeling scared tells the body, be careful, pay attention. It's like an emergency alert system, right? Bypasses thinking, makes you cautious. Necessary for survival.
That totally reframes it. It's a warning system, not just a bad feeling. Okay, another kind of unexpected thing. Surprised. Defined simply as, well, something you don't expect.
And the focus was often on the happy kind of surprise. Like bumping into a friend at the supermarket you had no idea was even in town. That little jolt of pleasure makes your eyes go wide for a second.
Social surprises, too. Getting an unexpected compliment. Hey, I really like your shirt.
Yeah.
The sources pointed out how that small, nice surprise can genuinely make your whole day better. It's the unexpectedness of the positivity that makes it hit harder.
Right. And finally, let's look at the emotion that comes from, well, waiting or doing the same thing over and over. Bored, that state where your brain basically starts looking for something, anything interesting to do.
Oh, boredom.
Yeah.
We've all been there. Waiting ages at the doctor's office, the classic example. You sit, you wait, you read the terrible old magazines cover to cover. But the other cause is having to do some really easy, repetitive task again and again. Time just slows right down. Your mind, as the sources put it, kind of goes to sleep.
That's the thing, isn't it? Boredom isn't just about empty time. It's about your brain not getting enough stimulation. It needs a challenge, some complexity. It's a signal.
So, since it's your brain asking for something to chew on, the sources had some good practical tips. What do you do when you're bored? They suggested things like, calling your mom, putting on a podcast, reading something on your phone. Basically anything to wake the brain up again, make it busy. Hashtag, tag, takeaways and conclusion. Wow, okay. We've covered a lot of ground there. Connecting feelings not just to big ideas, but to tiny specific moments in your actual day. Hopefully this whole inventory helps you get past just saying, I'm fine, and lets you, describe the real texture of your day a bit better.
Yeah, and if we pull back to the big picture again, maybe the most crucial thing from all the source material is just accepting the ebb and flow. It's really good to remember all these feelings. They're normal. Nobody is happy 24/7. Nobody is angry 24/7. Your feelings change constantly sometimes. Just like the weather changes through the day.
That's a perfect analogy, the emotional weather forecast. Yeah. After unpacking all this, I'm feeling definitely satisfied. Glad we could lay it out like this. And I have to admit, after talking about fries versus pasta, still feeling a little hungry.
Huh. I feel good, ready for whatever's next. And yeah, excited for you listening to maybe try using some of these more specific words tonight when you talk about how your day went.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's wrap this up with one final thought for you to consider as you go about your day.
Right. So we know feelings change just like the weather. Think about those stronger emotions we talked about today. Which one, angry, scared, or excited, which one do you think gives you the most necessary, the most urgent signal? The one that tells you absolutely now is the time to act or react.
Think about that immediate impulse, the need to move or stop or speak up. Which feeling is your personal alarm clock for taking action? Mull that over until our next deep dive.